Walking towards the starter. A white flag raised, that off. Grade 1 action with the Channor Real Estate Group Novice hurdle over 3 miles. Espresso Milan jumps the first of 13 flights. Leading Frankie John, spinning a yarn, and in between horses left Frimeur. Hip Hop Del Ward, and on the inside is Dr. Steinberg. They approach the second flying. In front is Espresso Milan from left Frimeur, spinning a yarn, Hip Hop Del War. Frankie John tracks, along with Dr. Steinberg and Zanoosh, prolific winning mare. And then Frimeur, turning out of the back straight, having jumped 3. It's Espresso Milan in front of spinning a yarn and Hip Hop Del War, followed by left Frimeur. Racing together, Frankie John and Dr. Steinberg, followed by Zanoosh, and then the passing wife, and Generous Risk, and Frimeur. Love Me Tender next, and then Dream on Mick, the best turned out winner. And then I started a joke, and Kazansky. Racing along the side of the track, the next flight will be the 4th. Espresso Milan and Danny Mullins lead by less than a length to spinning a yarn and Jack Kennedy. 3rd is just left Frimeur and J Slevin. From Hip Hop Del War, Sean O'Keefe, a length and a half to Frankie John. Just a place in front of Dr. Steinberg and Zanoosh, the passing wife, Generous Risk, and Frimeur. Final 4, Love Me Tender, started a joke, Dream on Mick and Kazansky. Closely grouped as they swing into the straight. Inside their final 2 miles now, and it's Espresso Milan the leader by just over a length to spinning a yarn. Left Frimeur, running the rail is Hip Hop Del War, followed by Frankie John in between Dr. Steinberg and Zanoosh, the principal pairing. Final flight next time, and this 3-miler, the Channor Real Estate Group Novice hurdle. Espresso Milan, spinning a yarn, almost alongside, followed by left Frimeur. Hip Hop Del War next, then Frankie John, Zanoosh, and Dr. Steinberg, and then Generous Risk, and Frimeur. The passing wife has started a joke, Love Me Tender, Dream on Mick, and Kazansky. Heading out with the circuit to race, and 8 more flights left to jump. Espresso Milan as of yet to be headed, followed by spinning a yarn, wide of them left Frimeur. Mistake there by Hip Hop Del War. Lost a few places to Frankie John, Dr. Steinberg, and Zanoosh as they climb to the top of the track. And it is Espresso Milan, tracked all the while by spinning a yarn and left Frimeur. Dr. Steinberg on the inside of Frankie John, then Zanoosh, the passing wife. Losing further ground is Hip Hop Del War, followed by Generous Risk and Frimeur. Love Me Tender next. And then Dream on Mick, Kazansky, and I started a joke on the downhill. It's Espresso Milan, upholding an advantage of a length over spinning a yarn. Frankie John joins left Frimeur for the 3rd, followed by Dr. Steinberg. After Dr. Steinberg is Hip Hop Del War, and then Generous Risk and Zanoosh. Downhill they go to the next flight. And it's Espresso Milan up over from spinning a yarn, followed by left Frimeur, Frankie John, Dr. Steinberg, Generous Risk. They've all stacked up in mid-division. Hip Hop Del War and Zanoosh, the passing wife, and Frimeur. And then Love Me Tender started a joke. Kazansky relegates Dream on Mick to be the back marker. Passing their point of departure. Going down the back straight final time. With another 5 flights left to jump, Espresso Milan still puts in a good shift from left Frimeur, edging into 2nd from spinning yarn. And then Hip Hop Del War, Dr. Steinberg, Generous Risk, tracked by Zanoosh, and then Frankie John, the passing wife, Frimeur, Love Me Tender. With the back 3, I started a joke, Kazansky and Dream on Mick. Middle flight in the back straight over together, Espresso Milan. And left Frimeur, break of a length. 2 in 3rd place, Hip Hop Del War, who has improved again. Then Generous Risk, Frankie John, spinning a yarn, has just dropped back on the inside. Then Dr. Steinberg and Zanoosh and Frimeur. They've completed their jumping in the back straight. Good run to the 2nd last. The Channor Real Estate Group Novice hurdle, grade 1. Nothing between left Frimeur and Espresso Milan. Followed off the back by Hip Hop Del Ward and Generous Risk, edging closer Zanoosh than Frankie John. Ridden along on the inside, spinning a yarn, then I started a joke and Love Me Tender and Freedom Air and the Passing Wife. Dropping out tamely is Dr. Steinberg and then Kazansky and Dream On Make, heading for the second last. Left Frimeur just takes it up from Espresso Milan. Gone third is Zanoosh, improving from the back as I started a joke. And then Frankie John, coming back up through the field again, Dr. Steinberg, having lost its pitch. And then Freedom Air, the Passing Wife, spinning a yarn, Love Me Tender, Kazansky and Dream On Make. It's Left Frimeur. And J Slevin round the home turn, setting off in pursuit is Zanoosh and Brian Hayes, and then I started a joke and Philip Burns, Frankie John, Dr. Steinberg and Freedom Air round the bend for the final flight, and it's Left Frimeur from Zanoosh in the centre. Then I started a joke, past the two with one left to jump, and the Channor Real Estate Group Novice Hurdle, it's Left Frimeur the leader from Zanoosh trying hard to close. Then I started a joke, nearing the final flight, Left Frimeur from Zanoosh in second. As they race away from the final flight, Left Frimeur from Zanoosh not lying down. Then I started a joke, less than 150 yards to go. It's Left Frimeur, not for denying under J Slevin for Harry Derham as they win the 3 mile Channor Real Estate Group Novice Hurdle. Zanoosh has gone down fighting. Third place, I started a joke, and then Freedom Air.
To have access to a horse like this for these owners is special, and to repay them with a Grade 1 win is pretty massive, yeah.
And when did this plan start to develop?
So he won nicely at Chepstow in the autumn and got a small step back, just needed 6 weeks, and so once the sort of Cheltenhams and Aintree were out of the question, it was, well, why don't we work towards Punchestown? He had a run at Newbury which was a stepping stone, and you know, we knew that there was masses of improvement in him that day, and I said to Anthony Bromley, if I can get him through that and train him hard for Punchestown, then I think he's up to going there. I said, you know, when you're rated 128, you can't stand there and say, oh yeah, he's going to win a Grade 1, but I really felt that he was a blank canvas, and we had 2 races. JJ both times said, I've no idea his level of ability. And Isabel, who rides him every day at home, has just been saying to me the last 3 weeks, he's just thriving. And now, clearly he has the advantage of being fresh compared to some of these horses, but I thought that was a pretty dominant performance, and he's obviously a very exciting horse.
Extremely exciting. So talk me through your thoughts as you're watching that race live.
Early on, I was a little bit concerned that he was just doing a fraction too much, but JJ obviously knows the horse incredibly well, and I didn't think the pace was that strong, so I was happy with his position, and I was just watching on my binoculars, and I think the second hurdle down the back straight on the last time, he jumped to the front and he didn't take him back, and I thought, well, he's riding with a lot of confidence if he's doing that at that stage in the race, and this is a horse who doesn't give you much more than you really ask, and I felt from 2 out, I thought, then you don't want to let yourself believe it because this is a Grade 1 and you're thinking this can't happen. But if it's been a normal race, I was thinking jumping to it, well, you're just going to win, because I was never worried about his stamina. And every time in this horse's life JJ's asked him for more, he's just given it to him. And as JJ said after, he just keeps galloping.
And he's done it despite being green as well, just looking to his left late on. I mean, it's not surprising, it's his third real start. Yeah,
and I think JJ's feedback was he was doing that from pretty early on, but his point to point was left-handed. His 2 races before have been left-handed. I suppose we hadn't even considered it, but I like the fact that he did a bit wrong today and still won. In this company, that is that bodes.
So what's the plan next season?
We've always seen him as a chaser. I don't think that changes things. He's got size and scope. He's sometimes a little bit disrespectful of a hurdle, and I think chasing will bring out more in him. So I will probably spend every day between now and end of November dreaming about him.
I'm not surprised. So you've had 2 Grade 2 winners before. You've run one of them on Saturday, don't you, in One Horse Town. This is the moment you've been dreaming of. Does it just feel a little bit unreal at the moment? Or does it feel very real?
No, it feels unreal. Like, when you're a young trainer, I think that, like, I've been lucky. I've been supported really well from when I started, and I've had a nice number of horses, and I've trained winners, but if you're going to be taken seriously at the table, the top tables, then you have to produce horses to run the better races. And it's irked at me that I've not really competed at Cheltenham and Aintree this year, just because a horse like this had setbacks and things, and I didn't want another year to go by. I know I've been 3 years in, but I want to compete at this level. But it feels like the realisation of a dream, and I know that sounds stupid, but it genuinely does. I started training, and you want to try and succeed, and grade ones in our sport are the ultimate thing, and to have one of these is massive.
Well, I mean, you're improving all the time, aren't you? Your stock, you're improving your prize money totals in Britain every season. This is your third winner in Ireland. I suspect this is just the first footprint on that level that you want to be operating on.
I hope so. I really hope so. But I'm also, I think, well, definitely in my career, when you have a good day, training is such a thing where you always think, right, what's next? I'm going to make damn sure I enjoy today, because they don't come around all the time, and all of my team at home, they work really hard all the time, and we are all young and ambitious and wanting to compete at better levels, compete with better yards, and today we've done that, so I'm going to make sure that I appreciate that very thoroughly.
Hear, hear. Enjoy today, enjoy the rest of the week, and many congratulations to you and your team. This is the first of many, I'm sure.
Thanks, Lydia. Thank you very much.
JJ, well done.
Thank you, very good performance. Look, he's improving all year, and Steph is very impressive now.
He looked a little bit clueless at times in Newbury, but he really knuckled down inside the last half of furlong to get up that day.
He did, and he's kept improving from every run. And look, I rode him with Pat Doyle last year. He was only a big raw shell of a horse, and Pat had to run him when he did, because he was just going to get a bit weak on him. And he's got a little break in the middle of the season. He's had a bit of time to mature, and he's going the right way, yeah.
How did the race pan out? There was plenty of jostling for position, turn out a back straight at least.
Yeah, look, we were taught maybe we want to sit mid-division, and then we thought beforehand there's not much speed, so we'll just get in front of that maybe, rather than being in behind that and them getting a run on us. And we just wanted it nice and smooth, and whatever happened. But he got in a good rhythm, although he hung left off the bridle nicely, but other than that it was very straightforward.
Down to the last, Zanoosh was making her challenge, and he did jump to your left, but he seemed to find plenty more again.
He had loads left, but I was just struggling to ride him. He was lugging on me, and I was trying to do the best I could, but he didn't make it easy for me, but his value for his distance,
It's a big engine, obviously, but the way you're talking mentally and physically, he's far from the finished article.
Yeah, look, at Harry was this was always going to be his last run over hurdles no matter what happened, and look, with summer's grass under him and a bit of schooling over fences now, we'd be looking forward to going chasing with him next year.
Great for you to get a Grade 1 success for Harry Durham's first, but also for your retaining owners.
Very important. Look, these are the races we want to be turning up in, and be able to win. And look, it's great. They've been great to me all year. And look, it's delighted to be able to ride for him. Win, lose or draw, they're very good to deal with, which is important. And fair play to Harry. He's only gone one win. That's up.
Indeed. Rest of the week, have you proof in a number of other rides through the rest of the week, perhaps?
Yeah, you proof. Raffles Dolce Vita was quite impressive in Leopardstown, so he's back for a 2 mile race here, and I'm sure he'll be bringing him along at a gallop, and whoever can follow him will fair play to them, but we'll see what happens.
Well done again.
Thanks, Fran. Thank you.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.